Hi friends, this is Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. It has been a while since my last update, and I apologize. As I think I may have mentioned, or maybe not, we have moved, and these AeroGardens are now in their new, potentially permanent location, but possibly temporary, depending on my husband and his thoughts of it. Location in our new kitchen, which is still under construction. And by under construction, I mean I'm doing some tile projects or I'm doing some DIY stuff and need to restain these cabinets so that they have an even finish. And we'll be replacing this oven hood. So lots of projects are coming. But that being said, and there's junk in the sink because we're still moving. So life on life's terms over here. But I wanted to update you because my gardens are still managing to grow. And as you could probably guess, my AeroGardens are doing a little bit better than my outside plants. And some of my garden back at the old house is getting a little neglected. But we're going to get there. We're going to get it together. And everything's going to be set up in this new location. So I wanted to do a quick update for you and show you that my little dots or just dots or whatever the box was called by AeroGarden. These to the left in the garden, I think is 3. Here, and one in the middle. That is not doing as well, probably because it's crowded out from this zinnia that exploded. And this zinnia was one that I took, I think, the lavender pods that did not grow and planted the zinnia in that. And I think it's a chartreuse looking color. It looks more yellow in the video right now, but in person it definitely has like more of a chartreuse color. But beautiful zinnias. And at first, I think I showed you, or the last time that I shared this with you in a video, bringing different flowers into focus so that you can see them. I need to do some pruning of this because they are, I think, still of the cut and come again variety, where if you cut them, like you'll see a little bud here that's waiting to come out and some others. So I think if I prune some of these older, more spent ones back, that I'll get some new blooms and be able to get this height down, because this harvest is at its full height. And that's a full 12 inches. And as you can see, or maybe not see so well, this is still trying to grow. And there's a new one coming up there. So I'm going to need to prune this back so that there's more space for it. And I'll show you one of the other gardens. So this is my Cascading Petunia that needs definitely some pruning. We can see here where it's gotten a little leggy. Again, need construction going on, need to replace that faucet. So life on life's terms with the house and transitioning. But back to the AeroGarden. Still growing. Let me turn the light on so you can see it a little bit better maybe. Transition, and still growing, still doing well. What I like about the Cascading Petunia is that even though this 360 harvest is at its max height, it's still growing and cascading around, and has given me some really vibrant colors with these blooms. So at first they were blooming kind of a darker purple or more of this indigo color you see here, and then I started getting these fuchsias, but initially they were blooming for me kind of this very light pink color. So I don't know if that was putting in more nutrients or just a different part of the growing cycle, but I've loved seeing some of the variations in these colors. Again, this has gotten a little leggy, not gotten as much of the TLC that it was getting when I was just in my office working and pruning this during the day. So I'm going to prune this back and give y'all an update next month, or when I'm able to do another update. I won't even give myself a timeline. And this last one here is just some pineapple ones. So I had an issue right before the move where I noticed that there were some fungus gnats in my AeroGarden, probably because there were open spaces and I had other houseplants in the house, because I've usually never had an issue with fungus gnats in my AeroGardens. So I identified those pretty early and was able to isolate the problem. One of my pineapple plants I did move outside because it had, I don't even know if it was truly fungus gnats, but it may have developed root rot, because as I mentioned before, pineapples being bromeliads, I didn't know how well they would do long term in the AeroGarden. I have this one that's doing amazing still. I had one that started to brown like this one in the back a little bit, so that was kind of a flag to me to just check it and see how the roots were doing. So I have moved it outside. These were my yellow gold pineapples, and these are my white jade pineapples that I'm interested in growing because they are supposed to be a variety where you can eat the entire pineapple, including the center, and not have to core it. So again, these are very young pineapples, so I'm just entertaining the journey of growing them long term. And that's that update to that AeroGarden. Now in this house, I will be setting up a bounty, another 360 harvest, and I think I have, yes, another harvest. I can't remember the model. So I have another harvest to set up, a bounty, and a harvest 360. So I'll be setting up 3 additional AeroGardens. I think one will go, probably 2 will go in our laundry room, and then 1 will go in the office along with the other harvest 360. So I love this bronze look in our kitchen now. It's dark countertops, and again, these cherry wood cabinets that I'm going to be restaining and finishing. Got mist on the counter from the AeroGarden. New microwave that I just set up. So again, lots of transition fixtures that need to be covered, but I'll be sharing some of that with you as well on the blog, and just showing you how we get settled here at the new house. But until next time, I wanted to share an update with y'all on the AeroGarden. The plants are still here, and as I mentioned, the ones in the AeroGarden are doing a little bit better than my ones outside because self-contained system, other than giving me alerts whenever I need to add more water and add more nutrient, taking care of itself. So if you're a person who isn't as good at being attentive to plants or has a busy lifestyle, I still highly recommend the AeroGarden system. Again, this is not sponsored. I am not endorsed by AeroGarden. I just am a gardener who found that I like using AeroGardens and have expanded my collection as such. And one last thing, I wanted to give you an update. I did get my replacement pods from AeroGarden. They sent me a replacement Coleus. They sent me some replacement petunias for the ones that I had that did not grow, and they sent me some replacement lavender. So I'm going to share that with you, show you what I received. I guess do a little unboxing, even though I have opened the box, just to show you what came, how it came, and tell you a little more about how that process was. So if you are a person who has used the AeroGarden and has had AeroGarden pods that were from AeroGarden, the company, some of mine I bought from AeroGarden directly, some of them I bought from Amazon, but they were true AeroGarden certified products. One that came, it was out of date whenever I received it. Like, it came in, they were quote unquote expired seeds beyond their germination date. So say all that to say, it's definitely worth reaching out to them, following up, letting them know that the seeds did not germinate. And again, I'll share my experience with you on another video and show you what I received in the mail as replacements. So until next time, this is Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. I definitely do believe that God has given us all gifts and talents that can fix some problem that exists in the world. And if you've yet to figure out what that gift and talent is, I pray that you would seek God, pray about your purpose, pray about understanding your purpose. And until you understand that, I'm flustering myself. I pray that you would seek God, seek his face, seek to understand what your purpose is. And until next time, I pray that you would find that thing and fix it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, go fix it.